something else. Okay. So now I'm being recorded. I better be mindful and not say anything bad. But hopefully, at the end of the day, I feel at times I am not involved within the legislative process, and mostly within not just saying that housing is a problem. I believe all of you agree with the fact that there is some issue, something else that's going on with housing. Everyone feels it left, right, or center. But at the end of the day, there are several people online who have said, "I will come down and make this policy. If I was the prime minister, I would do this." Did that person actually go down and make any statement to anyone, or did that person ever contribute to any policy making? Or did any of you ever think, okay, why we have a 200-page policy document here that says $1 million will be given to, any housing at up to $1 million, you will get a GST credit. Maybe you had a clause that you wanted to say only for certain sect of people. Maybe for Toronto, that $1 million can be 1.5 million. We all have got amazing minds, and trust me, when I see the bright minds while being a professor, some of these students think out of the box. Like, I'm using answers from ChatGPT and Perplexity just to check if anyone's copying in, but they will find out DeepSeek or something else, and then I would be surprised because that was a different answer than what I had expected. So at the end of the day, all of us have got amazing ways of solving the same problem, and all of us can contribute towards things. Now, at the end of the day, there is a process. I completely understand. There is a legislative process wherein we all participate as a part of a democracy. We put up a representative, and that representative holds certain values. I understand that as a problem, that as a situation, which is status quo. But have all of you ever heard of the country Switzerland? Did you know when a bill is being passed within the parliament, you have the option of letting everyone in the country vote on it? If in case you want to become a part of that country, if you want to become a citizen of Switzerland, you need to be voted in by the local people of the city or the town that you are in. Now, at the end of the day, that basically allows for a decentralized democracy wherein, yes, everyone is able to contribute and put in a bit of their thoughts. Okay, why don't we do one thing? We give credits to certain people, and we try to see certain other credits can be put up with certain clauses. At the end of the day, one guy, how many powers do you think a guy has sitting in Ottawa that can design the fate of an entire country, think of everything that a company can do to manipulate it and misuse the power given to them? At the end of the day, yeah, the government gives a tax credit for innovation. I can do innovation. I can find out a loophole through it. I can make a statement on ChatGPT. I can make a statement elsewhere that would satisfy that. But if all of you in this room and online gather together and spend 10 minutes of your time contributing to it, I am sure we can form, at least make certain statements out there that would be better. So I started out on that journey almost 2 years ago, and I have failed miserably. When I say the word miserably, I have failed miserably several times. So, open policy was having a policy which is open to everyone. We are all contributing to it. We are all building it together rather than in isolation. In isolation, policy directive can think of something. Now, think of this. And I'm sorry I'm putting a controversy in the middle of this room right now. People are all thinking of one thing. There are the Israelis and there are the Palestinians. And yes, I'm taking that in a public forum right now. And all of us are aware of various situations. Someone stands on some side, someone stands on another side. I may have a different opinion about it. Was Israel supposed to be a state with a secular nation? When the population was put in, the entire state of Israel and Palestine, everything was one, and it was supposed to be a democratic society. It wasn't supposed to have a religion on this side or that side. And in my mind, and I'm sorry for being a petty guy, I do not think religion has any space at all in anything political. And I'm sorry, that's the way I think. So if I have got certain views in which there should not be an Israel, there should not be a Palestine, there should be a single country where everyone gets to vote, I'm sorry, but that's the way I think. It should not be this or that. It should be, oh, these are the native people, they get respected. Before this meeting we started, the native people would have been respected as the original inhabitants of that land. So, but that's my way of thinking. You may have a different idea. Maybe one of you has a genius idea of saying, why don't we do one thing? We can divide these things in these ways. And moving out of the Israel and Palestine, I came down to a basic understanding. So, obviously, I'll try to quote Socrates, I'll try to quote a couple of genius people. But at the end of the day, democracy finds its roots in education. What's happening in the US again enlightened me to another situation, which is, again, people who do not know what is the implication of this bill onto me, they would simply go down and vote for the fanciest, flashiest guy out there, right? I've got $250 million. Vote for me. Yes, we'll vote for you. You've got $250 million to spend on me. On the other hand, who will vote for the right stuff? It will be the masses. And that's the way I think. I'm a very pragmatic person and a very big, dumb idiot. And I'm calling myself that in a public forum right now. And I agree with it. Because I believe collectively, all of us are far smarter than the few that are setting up making various policies. So collectively, if all of us go down and review a policy, we can do better. But do you have the time to read a 200-page bill that is passed today in the parliament? Anyone? No. So now I wanted to make it a bit simpler. We ultimately ended up making two forms of a bill. One is a short form of a bill, which you can read on our app that is proposed in the federal parliament, and a long form. The original long entire bill is fed into a ChatGPT instance. Right now, ChatGPT, I hope I can do something on my own, because let's just say I'm as broke as hell right now. Anyways, we fed an entire bill into it and allowed you to ask the question. I'm a teacher. How does this impact me? I'm a professor. How does this impact me? Explain this piece of shit to me as a 5-year-old. I don't earn more than $250,000 in my entire lifetime. Do I have to pay any capital gains? Or do you think I should be paying capital gains if in case I sell my house, which is worth $500,000? Sorry, you're not going to pay any capital gains on it if you maintain it for your life. Now, those are the clauses which, as an individual, we may always question ourselves and then just stay back. We think that an elected representative who shouts the label or a slogan of conservative, liberal, or something may take care of our opinions. So obviously, that's wherein we headed towards. I wanted everyone to be able to talk to an AI and have an understanding of it. So as of now, if any one of you is holding an Android phone, I would love for all of you to enroll and actually download the app. For iOS, it will be a couple of days more. Apparently, Apple hates me right now because I use the word government in an app. Although there's a similar app, European Union, My EP, an app that's made for the European Union that allows you to see every committee, every bill, everything that's been proposed in the European Union. Why can't we have it? Are we a very bad country? I know our neighbors are uneducated United States, but we can do better, right? We can follow the European Union by mistake, or someone hit a rock somewhere and probably will do something better. But that was the plan. Now, when I joined Civic Tech, I had a bit of a situation. I wanted people to join in and try to participate with me. And I was running blank on what to ask, who to ask, and what to do. And I have been honestly becoming the online host over here because I thought, yeah, let's see what everyone else does. And Ilya literally stole my heart, and I'm not gay. But Ilya was like, wow, look at Civic dashboard. We are doing amazing. We have this online thing. They headed in one direction. I see another team heading another direction. Polis was an idea. I loved the Polis idea wherein people were bringing together certain small snippets. So I do not want to propose an entire change to an entire bill. A bill may be made with certain intentions to support the, say, the rural population, to support the farming population, or for certain government objectives. But if I may have a small line, why not integrate it? Why not take things from Polis and only add that one line at the bottom and state we want to change this? So what I found in Civic Tech was a very fragmented set of projects that were running off. And I honestly, this time I broke in and I was like, I'll take an hour's time and I'll take all of your time as much as possible. Obviously, I was expecting a lot more of my students to show in, and I'm really thankful of the ones that did show in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe a few online. But I will be marking your attendance as absent if in case you did not attend this class. Uh, I have 120 of them on only 31 online, I think. But anyways, my ultimate goal went in was I wanted people to gather together. And today's session, I just wanted to take up and say, we finally have an app out there. I do not know. Now, everyone will ask, are you a not-for-profit? I took a loan out last month when I had to pay my rent. So I'm definitely not a not-for-profit at the moment, but I would love for this app to run on its own, because if anyone says, I'll charge you to be a part of the democracy, the first thing I would do is take the gun, shoot the guy. Sorry. And that's myself. When I'm making this app, if I say I'm going to charge you money for it, it does not make any sense for you to participate in your own democratic society, understand your own bills or anything. I would like it to be a civic service that would be there. Unfortunately, I don't know how to pay for an AI monthly bill. I'm confused. Trust me, I've bought a server in my home. I have put up RAM in there. I have put in Tesla P4s, everything. I'm trying to run my own local models. I'm running a few of them right now. I'm trying to figure it out. But that's where I am. I've got no money to make it a not-for-profit. I have those plans. The app is currently being worked on by a couple of people, which is Kamil and Kizoto. They'll all speak after me in a minute or two. And the 4 phases of the app that go on. Sorry, I've talked a lot and not changed any of the slides. So, number 1, we had a situation wherein I don't think any of you ever feel that you have contributed to the housing bill. Did any one of you get a chance to contribute to it? Or did any one of you get a chance to say, hey, I agree with all of this, but can you just do one thing? Can you just take a lot of containers, put it down by the water, and possibly we'll just live in containers, man? Just that's enough for me to live. Come on, I would say that if I got an opportunity, I would be able to say to the government state, could you do one thing? Take 500 containers and put them by the water, and I'll live there. Or better yet, there are Chinese companies that have made surplus housing in China, and we have a lack of housing over here. Can we just invite them? And yes, I am pragmatic and I'm thinking out of the box. All of you may have ideas to these solutions that may be out of the box. So I would like all of you to be able to contribute to it and suggest, okay, all of these 500 things, maybe a 501, if that benefits us altogether, is what I would like it to be. Now, you would say, what legitimacy do I have in this entire situation? What am I, a legitimate government agency, or am I someone who's legitimately asking you to contribute to a bill or something? No, I'm not. But I am actually just trying to do one thing. I'm trying to bring people together. I'm begging all of you to come together. I'm asking Paulus to come together. I'm asking Ilya to come together. And maybe instead of having 3 separate apps, have just one app, federal, provincial, and city. Maybe on each item, we can tag them and put them together, stating, I'm very interested in uh, environmental issues. Anytime an environmental issue comes in, give me a notification. Federal, provincial, or city. And I would like everyone to come together towards it and see if in case we can release it. Now, after that, I have got one more thing. Sorry, I moved again away from everything. Government documents, again, 200, 500 pages, tough for all of us to understand, and mostly influenced by whom? Does anyone think of the amount of money we spent on consultants and KPMG? Hundreds of millions of dollars. And the same KPMG goes back to laws and says, we have made the following loopholes for you. Please, can you do one thing? Put all of your assets in this small corporation that we formed over here, and our fees from the government, it would be $100 million, and from you, Loblaws, would be $100 million. For doing what? For making a loophole and then making companies use it? In my mind, I couldn't fathom that that's logical. So if it's not for all of us to understand, at least an AI can help us decipher those things per bill and move forward. I am not going to blame the people who came before us. So, and yes, I may sound like a nationalistic, pragmatic person, but I'm not. I'm a practical person. I do not expect the government to copy this, follow this, or do something related to it. I can do one thing. Every MP, I've got their email addresses. So every time you vote on a bill, or every time you say, I want something to happen up or down, I collate it and I send it to all the MPs. Report on the number of people in your district that have voted something up or down, or nationally that have voted something up or down. So now they have physical values and figures on what to do up or down, and the local and national figures. So again, I do not hold legitimacy, but I'm trying to make transparency as the legitimacy over here. That's what I went on with, and I think I'm starting to rant up a bit. Just in case, if anyone feels bored or feels that I'm ranting up, just tell me, because I have a tendency to do that. It's a manufacturing mistake. I complain to the manufacturers, they never have replaced the parts, and unfortunately, I'm stuck with it. But one day, they say after 18 years, the warranty is void also. So now I'm kicked out of the house. So next step comes in is Ilya at the top right corner and public votes. We're taking up all of your votes, all of your voting patterns, and our lovely friend here has formed a report. Kamil has formed a report, which we can then supply to you as well as to your MPs, allowing a reflective or action to be there if in case your local populace is saying something and this is how you're acting. This affects us in two ways. Yes, policy is written by a lot of geniuses and it's written by a lot of people, but they do not have the power of you. When you go down and think of something, I'm sure you may be able to get a different perspective or a different idea. In the last few minutes, I've given all of you certain ideas, from Israel Palestine to I have given you an idea related to how we can have a system which is followed in Switzerland, or even how Paulus, a few of the researches by Paulus was done on different areas where everyone was asked to vote on certain policies. Now you would be thinking, why would everyone in this country go down and spend 15 to 20 minutes of a time per week, or maybe even a month, on something? Do you know how many bills are passed in a year in the federal parliament? 35 to 40. That's it. So 40 times a year, when you open up the news channel, at the end of that news channel, wherein someone has talked about something, you can click underneath that. Or if you open Twitter, you can click underneath that. Each bill on my app has a separate link, and you can simply click on that and then vote it up or down. So you do not have to go through various platforms. Each bill will be populated on your TikTok when you have your favorite content creator talking about it, or any other place, allowing you to come down to that bill and vote it up or down. So you have traction and engagement coming in from the various platforms down to our app, is what we've been planning for a while. Obviously, that's the reason wherein I got caught, and now Apple is saying that's data linkage. Where are you saving? Where the customers are coming in from? I don't care, man. So I'll try to figure that out. And just because I'm obviously I've talked a lot, people are getting bored. So just because of that, I'm also trying to get myself audited from the previous people. Uh, 2 sessions ago, we had the Digital Certification Authority. What was it? Uh, so I'm trying to get myself certified from that. And thank you to all of you for inspiring me to add various sections and attributes to my app and actually getting it here. And I'm extremely sorry. I was hoping I would be able to get you all on board today, but it's not happening. But I do have something. I have with me a special power. That power is known as Kamil. So Kamil will just take a couple of minutes of your time and he'll walk you through the various screens that we have already set up. And if you feel you want to bring in something from Polis, you feel you want to bring in something from some other site, more than welcome. And second thing, yeah, the hosting will be there inside my house in a condo. So if it gets flooded, and I have flooded my condo 3 times by now, there may be a bit disruption of service for a day or two. Yes, I flooded my condo because I was trying to water my plants using an Adreno. Sorry. So Kamil, would you like to just go ahead and show us the screen? Kamil is an amazing guy over here. He has been helping me make up the UI of this app altogether. So obviously, I'm not as competent as most of you. I know this group is primarily UI, UX, and app developers. I'm just the dumb idiot who just talks about things. So Kamil, back to you. I need to run.
You have the video.
Oh, video.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I'm the UX designer behind Open Policy. And like you said, the goal of the app is to make government policies and bills easily available to you. So the design was done in a way that it was very simple, and goal was ease of use anyways. And over time, would reiterate the design based on your feedback. It's going to play a video of the app, like a very sped up video, and you guys should enjoy. Thank you. Sorry. Is it fine?
Yeah, one second. So we allowed you to look at.
So here we have like the bills. You have access to it without going to like an external website. You could chat with AI to summarize the bill. You could vote, support, or oppose. Let your voice be known. Then you can have access to debates, committees, and basically like very straightforward and simple. Yeah. So yeah, that's the AI part of it. We have over on the back end, we have over 5,000 plus bills like fed to OpenAI, ChatGPT, and it just makes everything easy and simple, summarized.
Actually, I wanted to jump in for 1 minute. If in case you want to intend to download this app, it's actually. If in case you intend to use this app, I intend to all or respectfully request all of you to start dating. And one of the features over here is if in case I can get your GPS location or your I can get your zip code, please start dating your MP. I'm listing up your MP's email address, your MP's phone number, your MP's address, and any other details I can find about them. So please start dating your MPs so that we can get a few reports. And some of them look good. So at the end of the day, they have been voted in. Please do use that as a feature also. Sorry for jumping.
Yeah, and like you said, you can contact your MPs, direct contact with the MPs, emails, phone numbers, addresses. So if you have like questions or feedbacks, you could directly reach out to them. You could see past debates done in the House of Community Committees, and yeah. So basically, that's like the whole app for now.
Sorry.
Thank you.
The intention is to have the voting track record of all the MPs in there. So if in case you have voted in for an MP, trying to see if in case they voted positive or negative towards your particular sentiment that you've got, and giving you a response towards it. Now, at the end of the day, we mostly look at everything else. And yes, I agree. All of you are well aware of where this data is coming in from. This is coming from pal.ca, rcommons.ca. It's coming in from Open North API for the MPs' addresses and numbers that we are listing in. So we are all aware of where the information is coming in from. It's about how we tend to use it and how we collectively tend to move forward with these things. So Kamil has been amazing at the UI. He has been thinking of if we have the search icon at the bottom or if in case we have a voice icon at the front. So that's by him. Plus, there's a difference. Now, on the app, we have not included daily debates and daily activities. So yes, this is a cut copy paste from openparliament.ca, I think so, wherein daily debates and daily activities are also being populated on the website so that you can get it. It's obviously enhanced a bit from the previous website that was done under Open Parliament. So it looks a bit better, looks a bit futuristic, at least still black and white, and still improving on that aspect. And again, we are also trying, as of now the app is only English, but backend we may have a bit of French added, because again we're using AI to translate everything into French. So accessible, making it easy for people to read, font sizes big and small, and lastly, if possible, we are also trying to see if in case we can do voice integration. So instead of even typing down how does this impact me, if you can simply straightforward have a conversation and ask those questions, that's what our ultimate intention would be. Now, again, I have another genius joining me, at least. That would be Kizoto, because I am not a software developer. I'm the guy who talks. So I will stop sharing. And Kizito, sorry, Kizito is here somewhere, I hope.
Yeah, hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So basically, Jesus and Pedro, working with a team of Radiant Elements and Rareworks, basically. I'll just talk a bit about the team and then move on to how we build the application. All right, so one policy basically was a combination of Radiant Elements and Rareworks coming together to form a combination of great minds to bring this product to life, right? Our focus is not just on building a working product, but on doing it the right way, right? With transparency, ethical standards, and public trust built into the foundation. Everyone on the team shares this particular belief system. So that's what made us a formidable team to build the software. Now, speaking on how the software was built, right? The team comprises of two UI designers. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I being heard?
Yes.
Okay, all right. All right, awesome. So the team comprises of two UI designers, as we all know. Camille is the lead designer, also comprised of a project manager, a front-end developer, one mobile developer, and a full-stack developer worked on this particular project. All right. So for the front end, we made use of React to build the web application and the admin dashboard. The web application, you can check it out at openpolicy.me. Let me share it in the chat. You can check it out, openpolicy.me. Yeah, so I just shared it on the chat there. So you can check it out, openpolicy.me. Then the back end is the admin dashboard, where we get to manage the entire system. We get to maybe delete a user or update a user. Also look at the things that are going on in the mobile application, manage it from the team, the interactions that are going on from any particular.
Kizoto, are you sharing your screen?
I think he's off access from his mic.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
okay. I'll jump in for a minute. So open policy right now has, oh, scene, what's that?
No, I just commented that I think his mic might have moved out of place.
Yeah. So just wanted to say, at the end of the day, what I can offer to all of you, if in case your ideas are going up front, as long as you buy a domain, I can get you Microsoft for Startups funding so that your ideas can move forward. At least I got that a bit. So that allowed me to use the Microsoft logo over there. It also included a bit of OpenAI funding, $2,500. Unfortunately, I don't think I used it properly and I messed up with that. But those are some things which I can offer. But what Rayworks has done over there or Kizito has done over there, he's my development partner and Kamil is my UI partner. And for the development basis, we have got three components, which is one is we are hosted on Azure and my local home server. With that, we are also having a website which is hosted separately and an Android and iOS app. Obviously, we are connecting using the Android and iOS apps are using the APIs that are hosted on Azure to be able to feed and get the data back. And lastly, we are also using a couple of AI models just to be able to have a quick load or a slow load of the data and post it up. Kizito would also speak on basically the frameworks, etc., that he has used around it. Kizito, are you getting back to your mic? I'm getting scared here. You're the technical guy here.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Okay. Anyways, that's the basic architecture that is out there, and we are trying to connect it. I don't know how to move forward with these things. Lastly, Android is out there. iOS, maybe a week or two, you should have it. I would request all of you to do one thing. If possible, you may want to register or download the app. So that's on. Here. Yeah. There's a Google Forms QR code over here as well in order to register for the iOS versions and the open policy website that we have got. I think so that one links to the Android app, right? One of them links to the Google form, and another one runs the Android app. You can straight download it and install it right now. Obviously, there'll be a declaration before you install it. Now, that's all I want to talk about. I'm trying to make something inclusive. I know it sounds a lot of nonsense and a lot of blabber, but hopefully we all get together and make something together, and maybe it's beautiful. I know it will come out as a mosaic of everyone's ideas. It's not something wherein I believe will be perfection. That's what we are as Canada. We're not a one idea country. We are everyone getting together as a mosaic and making something. Thank you. And passing this, or do I have more time, or can I pass this?
I think that's all. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Does anyone have any questions? And or maybe contributions? Because I feel like that was kind of an open-ended room for brainstorming or advice on a couple of the different challenges that were mentioned, or just ideas for the future. Do you mind? We'll do one question in the room, one online, and go back and forth for till about 7:50.
Hi. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe at some point you mentioned education being something you were interested in with this project. Was that like a part of what this project was doing? Like not just engaging everyone in the policy process, but educating people about it too? And if so, how does that work?
Oh, the primary objective.
Use them.
I think I'll have to reinforce this. The primary pillar in my mindset for democracy is education. If a populace is educated enough to be able to understand what implications have the new policies onto them, the populace would be able to conform to it. Now, this was, again, I may not have quoted the exact names because I forgot the quotes. To be honest, it's repeated by a lot of philosophers across time, which may be Socrates, it may be, okay, let me take it out. Maybe Socrates, maybe a couple of them, but the intention is to inform the populace or educate the populace, one, about the systems that they are in, and second, what is happening. Education is the primary goal, because if you have the education, if you have the knowledge of how things work and how things will go on, you can make an informed decision and you can move forward. If in case you're not educated enough, what will happen? United States of America, 50% of the population bloody voted for this guy, and I'm shocked out of my brain. I am shocked how the biggest democracy in the world can be this uneducated or ill-informed about the activities or attractions of something. And I'm sorry, yes, I went political for a minute, which is not fair, but let's move out for a minute. If the populace knows I go down and drill, baby drill, I will be destroying the environment. You should be able to weigh the pros and cons yourself and then move forward with decisions. The objective is not to inform policy and everything else. Primarily, if you are informed, if you know what the implications are going to be, if you know your MP has been voting against women for the last 15 years, he has been voted in, would you go down and listen to your reverend and vote him in power again? If you knew this guy is going to go take policies against me, if you lived in Alberta and knew the fact that Trudeau had purchased a $15 billion pipeline, destroyed his budget to be able to save Alberta, would you still go down and say Trudeau is a jerk? And I'm sorry for saying that, but that's what most of Alberta thinks of him as today. But they don't think of the fact that he paid for the XL pipeline, whatever that is. The problem is the populace is being informed by middlemen, and those middlemen tend to change the context. And those middlemen are again paid by Elon Musk or by various corporate interests. If I read my own bill, I make my own decision. Sorry.
Why don't we just check online to see if there's another question before we run out of time?
Yeah.
Online, are there any questions?
Yes, we had a question from Dave. Dave, want to say it?
Sure. Thanks for the talk, you guys. Just checking in to see if you've evaluated how good and how accurately the AI summarizes the bills.
Honestly, it's been in a good amount of hits right now. I would say most of the times I'm getting something which is relevant by this point of time. Yes, the earlier models, and when I try to cheapen out, or I have tried replacing my AI with the Olama, I was really not happy with that summarization. Let's put it down as that much. But I can run Olama in my house. So it's a pro and con on which model you're using and how you're going forward with things. If in case at any point of time I can grow up, I would like to have each bill go through a RAG process and then further distill a separate AI for it. That's a dream, obviously someday in the future. Right now, I've had good luck with ChatGPT, or reasonable luck with ChatGPT.
Yeah, just one quick thought on that too. One way that you could structure that a little bit, like if there's common things about bills that folks tend to like to know, you could create prompts that extract specific pieces of information from the bill so that you're less beholden to the randomness of the summarization, and instead you can get sort of that like bulleted, select item. So that might be another way to control quality on the output. Anyway, thanks.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. I think that is all the time we have for questions today. So thank you very much to all the presenters who came and all the questions. Another round of applause for everyone. Thank you. Thank you. So if we could stop sharing.